You're right again. Right, I'm just going to wrap up Shelf 4A. There's not that many DVDs on this one, so I'm going to try to wrap this up real quick when I've got time. First one is Rob Zombie's Haunted World of El Superbeasto. I mentioned it before. I didn't find it funny at all. It's kind of got a good cast as well, voice wise. I didn't find it funny. I kind of hated it. Haunted in Connecticut. I enjoyed it. I kind of know. I watched thing on, I think it was UK Living or Discovery Channel, based on this. And actually, I got to say, the TV movie, kind of like on a mockumentary style, was pretty good as well. And I knew about the story, and I thought the film was alright. It wasn't anything special. It's a bootleg of The Haunting of Julia, Mia Farrow. First Hatchet, love it. Recently tried to order a version with a slipcase, and it comes with a really nice little hatchet sort of keyring inside. Got it ordered, everything was fine, until the guy said there was problems with sending it because of the little blade inside could be construed as a weapon. I found it ridiculous. I think he was chatting shit basically. I don't think he even had it. That really pissed me off. He Knows You're Alone. Roddy Piper in How Comes to Frogtown. Hell Not Linda Blair. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Michael Rooker and Tom Towles. I like Tom Towles a lot. I like Rooker as well. Love that film. Hide and Seek, don't love that film. Pile of shit. Bought it because it was cheap. Harder in the House. Now, don't hear many people talking about this. Really like this film. Gary Busey, love him. Don't love him as much now because he's side up operations and looks a bit like Quasimodo now, God bless him. But plays a bit of a space case. And basically moves and lives in the loft of Mimi Rogers' family. It's a brilliant film. Totally. Gary Busey at his psychotic best. And I love it. High tension. Just amazing, really. The ending is a bit... not a massive fan of the ending. But it's a very good film. Worth a watch. Definitely a very good film. The original Hills of Ice. I like the original Hills of Ice. Not a real fan of the second one. The remake Hills of Ice, I like the remake. It's a shame that you don't see much more of the family. I like the addition of the enormous. I like the sort of the post sort of atomic kind of town they have. That enormous fat guy. I think Billy Drago's in this as well. And you hardly see him. I like Billy Drago. You'll know Billy Drago if you see him. If you've seen Untouchables, he goes off the roof in that. Hills of Ice 2, I hated that. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I'd avoid that. Now the Hills Unread, I got this I think last October. Tom, really look. I mean, look at the killer on the front. He looks fantastic. Killer looks good. It's got William Sadler in as sort of a demented director. I thought, yeah, this film's going to be for me. And you just know it's filmed on the cheap. I think it's filmed in Bulgaria. The killer you hardly see. It's such a good premise as well. Really sounds good, but it just doesn't fail. It fails to deliver, and it's a real waste. Yeah, there was a good film in there, and it just turned to shit. Hillside Cannibals. I commented on FY Storm or FY Storm. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong, but I saw you bought that on the cheap. I bought it for £5. Apparently based on the Sawney Bean clan. I know a fair bit about the Sawney Bean kind of story, and believe me, this is fucking nothing like it at all. Don't waste your time on this. It's total shit. Hitcher, love Rutger Hauer, got a lot of his films. You'll see that in the action section. I'll try to get that done at some point, but I'm a big fan. I love him in this film. Haven't seen the Sean Bean remake. I like Sean Bean, but I don't think he could pull off craziness like Rutger Hauer. The Horde, French film, really like this film. You know, the zombies were great in it. There's great deaths, great last stands. but then it goes and puts an ending that really left a foul taste in my mouth. Kind of in the same sort of, I won't tell the ending, but I didn't like it. And I've seen some of the, I don't know if anyone else felt that way, but I thought the ending was just shit. The host, I like parts of this film. Went a bit south near the end, but it's very good. Another Asian horror film. It's worth it if you can kind of get it cheap. First Hostel, yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I know like Eli Roth kind of gets a fair bit of criticism, but I don't really have anything against him. I don't really have anything against his films. Hostel Part 2, I enjoyed that as well. It's got a nice slipcase, that has. Yeah, it was okay. Now this is Hot Love. Now I got this sent when I ordered one of my copies of Scram through eBay, and the guy was kind enough to just send this on the coffee. He didn't. I didn't ask for it. He just sent it, and I think it's very rare. It shows. I think it's limited to 1,000. It's pretty hard to get hold of. I was very happy for him to put that. I'm a big fan of the Necromantique films. I was happy to have it. House Collection, great. Well, 1 and 3, great. 2 and 4, not so great. But the first house is amazing. As I said, the third house is cut in places, which is a shame. So, Lance Henriksen is in that, and I love Lance Henriksen. House of a Thousand Corpses, I loved it. Saw it in the cinema on a horror festival sort of thing in Manchester years ago. I love it. I was laughing. No one else in the cinema was laughing. I looked kind of weird, but I guess that was my reaction to it. I found it great. People were appalled. House of the Devil, very much in the vein of kind of 80s horror. Really liked it. I got the edition with the VHS. The VHS is way up at the top there. You probably can't see it behind the Phantasm Sphere. I really liked it. Really, well crafted horror film. I like Tom Noonan a lot. Tom Noonan, if you've seen the original, not the original, Manhunter. Howling. I like parts of it. I think the only thing this has on top of American Werewolf is the werewolf transformation. Rob Bottin does an absolutely fantastic job, but as far as I'm concerned, there's only one. Like American Werewolf in London is the far superior film. Hunter's Blood. Now, this is a bootleg of this. I wish this would get an official release. I really like this film. Really in the sort of Southern Comfort Deliverance bracket. Fantastic film. Well worth getting. 5 or 6 kind of city types getting attacked in the woods by backwoods types, really. It's really good if you can get your hands on it. Well worth it to get. I really like that film. Sorry about that. Double pack of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. It's pretty good. I mean, you forget, it's not a bad film. I actually think it's kind of stronger, this one, than some of like the ridiculous kind of like post kind of Scream kind of films. I mean, this was done around about the same time, and I like the original, and the second one's kind of funny just because Jack Black kind of gets wiped out, plays a wannabe Rastafarian. He looks ridiculous. I Saw the Dead. Dominic Monaghan, Larry Fessenden. I really like Larry Fessenden. I loved his Fear Itself episode. I thought it was equal to any Masters of Horror that was done. About the Wendigo. Really good stuff. This is a very good DVD. Comes a really nice little comic book. I Saw the Dead, really kind of Hammer horror-esque, kind of campy sort of horror fare. Yeah, the English and Irish accents. Ron Perlman's in it as well, kind of shoddy, but it's well worth a buy. Really cracking little film. Identity, great film, great twist. Some people hate this film. A lot of my friends really hated it. They really didn't like it at all. I can't really see why, to be honest with you. Now this film, In a Glass Cage, this is a demented piece of cinema right here. They don't make art shockers like this anymore, you're damn right they don't. Follows the tale of a ex-Nazi being pursued to Spain by this young guy. Now the Nazi has become a kind of a paraplegic, kind of kept in the 9 lungs sort of thing, keeping them alive. And this Spanish kid basically wreaks a sort of a whirlwind of hell on him. 2 particularly disturbing scenes with children in this. I won't go into detail if you want to see it. If anyone's up with a kind of a swap deal, I have another copy because they sent me one out by mistake if anyone hasn't seen it. Very, very good film. Fucked up to the max. I found it very disturbing. And last on the shelf is Incident at Loch Ness. Now, this is directed by Zach Penn. It's kind of a mockumentary with Werner Herzog in search of the Loch Ness Monster. Now, I know people be like, oh god, this would be shoddy, but I love Werner Herzog. I love him. I think he's just a genius of a human being, and he's great in this film. It's really, really funny. It's not. I mean, God, I showed you a Loch Ness Monster film. It's nothing about that. It's kind of looking more into the sort of the mythos of the creature and kind of like people's kind of interpretations of it. And other people turn up in this. Ricky Jay turns up. Jeff Goldblum near the beginning. Really good laugh. Really good film. Very entertaining stuff. You can get your hands on it. And that's the end of that shelf. Cheers for watching. Cheers for subscribing. And I will come back with an update very shortly. Cheers.